The local music scene is the sole preserve of troglodytes, whose regard for subtlety and variation is comparable to a pig's passion for the slaughterhouse.
Hi, I'm Jen SCOULER and you're watching The Fan Carpet. Tonight we're at the closing gala of Edinburgh Film Festival, where the film England is Mine will be premiering tonight. How does it feel to have your premiere at Edinburgh Film Festival?
It feels amazing. It's such a privilege, and I don't know, yeah, it's so much fun. I'm having a really good time.
We're incredibly honoured. There's a certain irony that England is Mine closes the #1 Scottish film festival. But the Jack being Scottish, there seems to be a lot of love for the film, and we're incredibly honoured that Mark's invited us to close, so it's a real joy, yeah.
How did you approach taking someone's life, and where did you get your historical sources from, things like that?
I mean, I grew up on the same streets as Morrisey in Stretford in Manchester, so I had that insight that other directors may not have had. But I mean, Morrisey gave really good interviews early on. He talked about his life a lot. We did a lot of research, spoke to a lot of people, his friends at the time. And, like any film, fictionalised it to a certain degree by building on what facts we knew.
It's extremely exciting. Closing the festival is brilliant and everybody seems very excited and there's a great kind of atmosphere. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
How did you first get involved in this project?
I just got sent it. It gets sent to my agent. I put myself on tape with a good friend of mine, Andy Rothney. Put it on tape. I went in for a recall. That was it. That's how it works.
Well, I was working with Mark. We made 2 short films together, and I think it was actually even before we made our first short film together. He said, "I always thought there was a movie to be made of, based on the Smiths or Morrissey's early life. Something romantic about that period before he became who we now know as Morrissey." Of course, he was. Many fans don't even know he's called Steven. He's kind of shed that moniker, and he's ever since the Smiths died, he was Morrissey, became Morrissey, and he's never really kind of lost that mask in a way. But this idea of him, this portrait of Morrissey as a young man, as Steven before he became that, was always something so enchanting. And as we developed, we had a very successful short film, The Vorman Problem, which was incredibly Oscar nominated and BAFTA nominated, and really we built off the back of that to try and get this feature film on board. And that's where, and probably after we'd written the first draft, we were pushing it out into the industry, getting some feelers, and an associate connected us with Orian, who obviously made a wonderful film Control, and then he came on board. He liked the team, he liked the project, and maybe you can tell you he liked it. Yeah. Maybe he didn't. Maybe, I don't know. He's still involved.
I don't want to tell you. No.
Yeah.
How did you go about finding your dream cast for this?
Well, I have to thank Shaheen Baig for most of it. She's my casting director. It was just watching a lot of tapes, especially for the younger characters. So it was just that process of just whittling it down, really. But it very quickly became apparent that only certain people were right for their job, So.
You did quite an interesting thing with music, I thought, in the film, in terms of focusing away from the songs we expected, because obviously it's before. Can you describe your process a little bit more to picking those songs?
Again, just a lot of research, and obviously being a Smiths fan myself, I used to always wondered what influenced him, and so I really wanted to pick pieces that obviously the people are well aware that Morrissey was influenced by, such as New York Dolls, but also just choose some oddities as well. I put George Formby in there, just because that Sex Pistols scene's been done twice before in Control and in 24 Hours, and I just wanted to do something very different with it. So I think just songs that felt right on the emotional journey more than anything.
You've obviously got a few kind of real-life people in this, not just the man himself, but you've got several people from the Manchester scene. Were they involved at all, and have you heard their verdicts on the film?
Well, it's funny. Not really. I mean, yesterday, our lovely director, Mark, spoke with Johnny Marr and had a lovely conversation about the film, and he seemed to be, he
was really excited.
He was very excited about it, excited about it, and was... He felt like that it came from a good place with a lot of love forced and infused into the film. So that was a great sort of blessing in a way.
Yeah, and we have to pay many thanks to Billy Duffy. Who was an invaluable source of material and anecdotes, and got a great memory, because if you've seen the film, you'll know that he was in a band with Morrissey before the Smiths, and he was incredibly helpful.
So how did you approach portraying a real person? So obviously that's a bit of a challenge in itself, surely.
Yeah, it is a challenge, but I think it's funny because I realised on my way up here that that's really the first time I've done that. But every time I've played someone, they are, to me, a complete and utter real person. So just play a human being and then you're probably doing an okay job. But that was, it was kind of intimidating, but after a certain point you have to kind of let go of that and then play what is on the page.
Yeah, it was challenging, but when you play a real person, there's so much, a person in the public eye especially, there's so much research that you can do about when they were younger, and there's loads of clips on the web about, you know, when he was 18 or whatever, and just starting the Smiths, and you look back at all the interviews and all the music they were making at that time.
And you obviously play the guitar a little bit in there. Was that something you were already used to?
Yeah, I learned the guitar when I was younger, so it was nice to be able to pick it back up. I had a few kind of taster lessons again when I got the part, but yeah, it was a nice challenge.
Well, it's kind of two things. It's great that you've got stuff to watch online and you can pick up sort of the accent and things like that. But then on the other hand, it's like you still want to be sort of artistic with it, and you don't want to be bound by having to be, you know, thinking I'm bound by this real life person. But it actually worked out. I really enjoyed it, and I listened to a lot of interviews of him, and I kind of got into the groove of it. And yeah, just listening to all of his music and all of the Smiths music, and just getting into I think the music really helped me get into it, really, listening to all that era of songs and stuff. So it was great, yeah, it was good.
How would you describe Steven and Linder's relationship? Because obviously it's a little bit ambiguous, but what was your interpretation?
I think friendship and love and inspiration and creativity come in all forms, and when you find someone that makes your mind pop open with questions about the world and who forces you to look at things and yourself in a way that you haven't before, or that you've been afraid to and you've not done it yet, you grab onto those friendships, and so I think that's what's there, and they can change your whole life. So that's kind of what we see, I think.
Did you have any favourite moments on set or any stories at all?
Well, we were shooting all on location, so it really felt as though, so it was on the street where Morrissey grew up, so it felt as though you were very close to where it was really happening, and shooting in the houses that were so brilliantly set in the 80s. It was great.
You've done quite a lot of historical dramas. Is that a coincidence? Do you really enjoy parts of it?
Honestly, it's a coincidence, but also there's a lot of that made in the UK. We like our past in the UK. We're not very good at the present or the future. Well, we're getting better at it, but we do like our past. No, it's just a coincidence.
And what are you working on next?
I'm in Hamlet at the moment in the West End, so we just transferred from the Almeida, so I'm doing that until September, and then and then I'll be filming after that, which I can't say anything about yet, but yeah, it'll be great.
So I've got a film that I'm about to shoot in Serbia with Daniel Alfredsson, the director. He's doing a new trilogy of Swedish books into films, so going to fly out there this month to do a little bit on that.
Mary Queen of Scots. Yeah, which we'll be shooting up here at some point. Yeah, no, it's exciting.
What is your favourite Smith song, if you don't mind me asking?
God, I knew someone would ask me that. That is so hard. I don't know whether I can do it. I don't think I can do it. And maybe, oh God, I can't do it. I really couldn't. I'll give you two. I'll give you Still Ill, which obviously England Is Mine comes from, and maybe There Is a Light.
Nice face. Ask. But then also I look. It's not a Smith song, but Every Day Is Like Sunday. That breaks my heart.
I think How Soon Is Now would be my favourite song. It's just, I love when you listen to it, the guitar riff, you feel like you're on a train and you're going somewhere. And I think, yeah, it's brilliant.
How Soon Is Now? What's yours?
Mine, Girlfriend in a Coma, but because it gets in my head, it's just, I just love it. It's great. It's a bit of a generic choice, though.
Oh, I don't know that one, actually.
Do you know?
I'll admit, I don't know that one.
Give it a listen, it's really good.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Thanks for watching The Fan Carpet. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.
But if you tried just a little bit harder, you could have gone down in history.
You alright? I'm Johnny. Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.